My name is Tisa Williams, and I'm doing this speech on single parenthood because it relates to me, not only to the people that I'm around and also myself. So, being a parent is supposed to be a two-person job. Too often is the job placed on one of the parents, whether it be the father or the mother. This was not God's intention for family. We all have heard the argument of single mothers as well as single fathers in the debate of rearing a child. Who should do this and who shouldn't do? No one person responsibility should be more than the other. The responsibility should be equally shared in parenthood. It was told to me once that the woman should bear the burden of carrying a child as well as raising the child. This thought to me is so biased on so many levels. One, because it did not take one to create a child, it took two. As we look into history in different cultures, as I am a black woman, considering my history and my having my lineage to slaves and going back to how during slavery families were sold off, they were separated, whether it be father from child, father from wife, mother from child. So much of this was done that it was the norm. It was almost an innate idea that black families did not exist or could exist. This still happened after freedom, so much that it tainted the idea of black families. Fathers would have to leave the home in search of work, leaving the mother there to take care of the household herself. So in the event, she became a single mother, single parent also. My grandmother once told me that this is why the black woman don't come off as being viewed as soft or vulnerable, because we didn't have the ability, or we didn't get the experience of playing a general role as a woman. We had so many hats to wear in respect to family. This excuse as to why black men are absent in the family has been beat into my head so much that we view this as being the norm. If we were to see someone who was with a child, we would already assume that the father is absent, especially if they weren't married. Do we play a part in this family divide? I was told that if we as people abstain from premarital sex, that the infliction of single parenthood would be lower. But we know that this isn't always the case. Even if you get married, there's this thing called divorce that could create and divide a family, also causing a single parent household. The government has even stepped in respect to child support and the lack of a two-family support system. Child support from an absent parent was instituted geared to help the person who had the child. In my opinion, child support still does not meet the parent with the child at a 50-50 rate. It doesn't. That also instituted welfare as an assistance to needy family. Even if we speak biblically, you have to consider Mary, as Mary carried Jesus. She was given Joseph as a helpmate to help her and care for the child. So we know that God didn't intend for someone to be alone in order to raise a child. In saying this, I know for every single parent that this was not their dream and how they envisioned their life. Though everyone can't be the Huxtables, though we should strive to at least have a family, be more selective in who we choose to give our bodies to. Even knowing that nothing is guaranteed and having a child is definitely not a reason to stay with someone, these things should be well established before you bring a child into the world. I say all of these things to say this. It took two to conceive. It will take the same two to take care of a child, because this was in God's plan.